At first, I was blown away by the phrasing and how different it was compared to any other music that I listened to.
Yeah.
And it took me really, a little bit to
No
figure
confessionals
it out.
here. Back here with Gabby Gunn, and the question is, how do you develop your own unique sound? I know a lot of people, especially on the internet, a lot of vocal coaches say you should never sound like anybody else, you should sound like yourself. How would you answer that?
I would say that I am, and maybe any singer or maybe any musician is sort of the result of their influences. What I mean by that is that when I was a little girl, let's say I was 13 years old, I discovered singers that I was impressed with. Let's say, for me, it was David Coverdale and his phrasing and that breathy sound. When I heard that, I was like, oh my God, is that even possible? A girl could sing like that?
Mm-hmm.
Then I remember discovering Iron Maiden, Bruce Dickinson, his power, his texture, his like strong vibrato. That was another thing that I'm like, is that even possible? I loved Lara Fabian. I loved Whitney Houston. And as I progressed over the years, I found myself kind of bits and pieces of the artists that I admired and loved and sort of glued it together. So I feel it's like who do you want to sound like? What is the idea or the ideal voice that you wish to have? What are the singers and the artists that you want to study? Because it's fun.
And it's ironic, like as a guitar player growing up, I mean, I remember Jimmy Page is one of my favorite guitar players. I remember Perry was one of my favorite guitar players. Then Jan Ackerman and Al Di Meola and other, more progressive guitar players. But I took the total sum of all of my influences and I, like you said, glued them together, brought them together to be me. It was like a lot of different things, and then I incorporated them, and then I represented those things as I internalized them, and I represented them as me, just like what you said.
Yeah, no, and it's you keep learning. Like every time I try to attempt, we tried Queensryche.
Yeah,
this time.
We did Queensryche. What did you try? We did. It's gone out.
And at first, I was blown away by the phrasing and how different it was compared to any other music that I listened to.
Yeah.
And it took me really, a little bit to
No
figure
confessionals
it out,
here.
so I'm not rushing the drums or I'm not
Right.
too behind. And again, like after we finished, I'm like, I'm glad we did it. It taught me something. Yeah, wow. Like I was never able to really appreciate Queensryche probably until I sang it. It's incredible. So you're learning, it's fine, but find yourself. What do you love? Because
and taking the total sum of your influences and representing them as yourself.
Right, exactly.
So
Easy,
there you have it.
simple.